Harvest Moon, The Tale of Two Towns, The Camping Trip.
Phillip, it's Georgia. You in there?
Morning, Georgia. I was just on my way to the fermenting shed. Let's walk and talk.
Okay. How's the machinery working out?
I'm getting the hang of it. It's actually pretty fun mixing all these different grains. It's like a mad science experiment.
Say, do you remember when I told you about how we used to go camping in the woods?
Yes, I do.
Well, since then, I got thinking about getting a bunch of us and making a weekend of it. Want to come with?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to leave my animals unsupervised.
Why don't you just ask Jessica to take care of them? She said that she'd be happy to do it.
Well, why not? Okay, when do we head off?
We'll head off tomorrow morning. Let's all meet at the Howard's Cafe. I'll lend you my spare tent so you can share it with Ash and Cam. See you there.
And here's me hoping I get to share a tent with the girls. Morning, Laney. Is everyone here?
Not quite. Kim will be out once he's finished with his flowers.
Phillip, glad you're here.
You two are wearing big rucksacks, aren't you?
We decided to bring a lot of food. I got a few cans of beans and some bacon.
I brought some ingredients for cottage pie.
Hey, that sounds great.
You can cook cottage pie over a campfire?
Well, I brought my pots and pans. It shouldn't be too hard. I've got the tomatoes, cheese, potatoes, onions, knives, a portable stove.
We're only going for a weekend. It's not like a 5-year mission to the Arctic.
Oh, look. Ash is here at last.
Hi, everyone!
And what's that tent for? I thought the one Georgia was lending could fit 3 of us.
Wait a minute. You're not Brent and Cheryl, are you?
Well, what could I say? She asked. It's not a problem, is it?
Yes, it is. Cheryl is practically attached to you. Do you really think she'd want to stay in a tent with me and Georgia instead of you?
Well, that's why I brought a third tent along. Don't worry, I can set it up easily enough. Besides, Kim and Phillip will have more room now.
Oh, all right, as long as she behaves herself.
Oh, come on, you sound as if you don't like her.
Ash, do you remember the time she put a big spider up my skirt just because you came over for lunch with me?
Well, yeah.
Or that time she tied me to a tree, covered me in raspberry jam, and opened a jar of ants?
Or that time she put some time-release laxatives into my ice cream sundae?
Yes.
So you'll understand if we're a bit skeptical about spending a weekend in her company.
I promise she'll be on her best behavior.
Well, we might as well.
Okay, then. But one screw-up, and you'll be hearing about it.
And you'll get the biggest whooping you ever did feel.
Thanks, guys. I'll just go get her. Cheryl made this as a peace offering.
Thanks for letting me come along. Here, I brought cake. Thanks?
Maybe later.
Come on, guys. It's not if she put anything nasty in it.
Great. Busted.
You certainly took your time, Cam.
Sorry about that. I was just making sure my flowers were okay.
Oh, Cam! I told you, my dad will take good care of your flowers until we get back.
I know, but I'm just gonna go without saying goodbye to them first.
You talk to your flowers? Isn't that kind of weird?
Not really. Helps them to grow. Phillip, you grow stuff on your farm. You understand, right?
Sort of. I heard that works with flowers, but I don't know if it works on crops. Then again, I'd feel guilty about eating a jacket potato after having such a good conversation with it.
If you talk to plants, it means you have a green thumb. If plants talk to you, then you should see a psychiatrist.
Anyway, now that everyone's here, let's go.
We've covered a couple of miles by now. Are we at a good campsite yet?
Just about. Ah, here we go. Right next to the stream and plenty of light can get through the trees. It's perfect. I want to help. What can I do?
Well, I guess you could go and gather firewood.
All right. Come on, Ash.
Wait, what about our tent?
We got the firewood.
And we got a good haul of it, too.
Aw, thanks, Cheryl. And I mean that very sincerely, and I didn't send you for the firewood to keep you out of my hair or anything.
Oh, I didn't know that was your hair. I thought it was a helmet.
I'll have you know, I wear my hair like this to keep it out of the food when I'm cooking.
Okay, now that the tents are pitched, what do we do?
Let's stick the kettle on. When in doubt, brew up. So, this is it. Great outdoors.
Yeah, it's good to take a breather every now and then. If you don't, you'll burn yourself out.
So, what do you want to do after we finish our drinks?
I brought some fishing rods if anyone wants to come with me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Get out of here.
You guys go on without me. I think I'm going to make a start on that cottage pie.
Hey, look! Someone's carved a love heart on this tree with their initials.
Aw, how sweet.
Yeah, I hate to see morons defacing trees. How would they like it if I took out a pocket knife and carved my initials onto their arms?
I think they're just doing it to be romantic.
There's nothing romantic about graffiti. If these guys want to show off for their girlfriends, they should get a tattoo instead of vandalizing defenseless trees.
There are people who are worse. The folks who carve cuss words.
Oh, undeniably. The only time these assholes are literate is when they're vandalizing something.
It wouldn't be so bad if most of the swear words were longer than 4 letters. If they were 10 letters long, most would be too lazy to bother.
There are more carvings over here. What does this say? Rutger is a sex machine.
Our Rutger? The mayor of Bluebell? The worst thing is he probably carved that himself.
Maybe old Rose did it, back when they were courting.
Actually, judging by the wood shavings on the ground, I'd say it was about yesterday. I'm really starting to lose my faith in local politics.
I don't understand why people like fishing. You're just sitting around waiting.
Well, it does take a lot of patience. When the fish are biting, it gets really exciting.
But it's so boring. Why would anyone want to sit around like a dullard waiting to pull a string out of a river? If you're bored, then run around and do something else. I'm trying to concentrate. Did you hear that, Ash? George is being mean. Defend my honor.
Wait a minute.
All right, Ash, let's wrestle.
Oh, let me go!
Say uncle.
Duh.
Don't let her bully you. Fight back, Ash.
I'm trying!
Bet I can make you squeal like a piggy.
Stop tickling me!
Say it. Say you submit. Ash, you're enjoying it? You like having her kneeling on top of you?
Wait, Cheryl. We were just...
You won't stand up for me. You're a bad brother.
Ah!
Lunch is ready. Oof. Watch it, Cheryl.
Wait, Cheryl!
Hold on a minute, Ash. Give her time.
But she...
Trust me, I've dealt with angry women before. Give her some space to cool off, and then she'll be more willing to accept your apology.
But I didn't do anything.
So, who exactly are these angry women, Phillip?
And what were they mad at you for?
Oh, well, you see,
Well, that's one way to get Cheryl off the hook. Give her girl somebody else to get mad at.
Where could she have run off to? Cheryl! Are you here? Cheryl? Oh my god. Her ribbon! Hold on, I'm coming!
Going for a swim?
What the? Cheryl, I thought you fell in!
I just pretended to teach you a lesson.
You little... I thought you were drowning! Do you have any idea what that would do to me and Mom?
But...
No buts! We came on this trip to relax, and we can't if you keep making trouble. So if you want to stay, you have to change. You have to be nice.
Oh, all right.
That's a good girl. Now come on. Laney's made a cottage pie.
You know, maybe I made a little too much. I started a new diet lately.
I told you didn't need to bring so much food.
I guess it's just a habit. I usually cook a lot for my dad when it's my turn to make dinner. My dad's a pretty big guy, and he eats like a horse.
I know that feeling. Whenever it's my dad's turn to cook, he always makes enough for 4. No wonder he's chubby.
Then again, Phillip eats a lot and he's pretty slim. Whenever he comes to the cafe, he usually orders like a third of the whole menu.
That's a good point. How do you manage to stay in such good shape, Phillip? Farm work must burn up a lot of calories.
Well, I do run all the way to Konohana every day.
You run all the way up and down this mountain every day? Twice since you come home every day?
Well, I sometimes visit Mayor Ina. I think she was a little annoyed that I chose to live in Bluebell instead of her town.
You're unbelievable. You scale a mountain every day just to say hello to someone?
Well, not just that. I do odd jobs around the town. I water the plants for the mailman. I pick fruit from Mako's orchard, deliver ingredients for the tea house.
Damn! It sounds like you should join the Workaholics Anonymous.
It's a good job you came along this trip. If you work too hard, you'll burn yourself out.
Well, I get a bit jittery if I don't do enough during the day.
You know, Phillip, you remind me of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, because I'm very intelligent and hardworking?
No, because you can only function as a human being if you're either working or completely blind drunk.
Maybe there's a psychological reason why you can't relax unless you're working.
Well, actually, there's a conscious reason. You see...
Everyone, Cheryl has something to say.
Georgia, I'm sorry I was rude. Well, since you apologize, alright, I forgive you.
Now, eat up your cottage pie before Phillip helps himself to it.
Well, if I did, it would be your own fault for making it so good.
Supper's on.
It's a shame there's none of that shepherd's pie left.
Are you complaining about my cooking?
No, I just meant that.
Besides, it wasn't a shepherd's pie, it was a cottage pie.
It's good to have something simple every once in a while. My dad once said a man can live on nothing but beans and beer. What's beer? It's, Say, who wants to play charades after dinner? I do.
Well, that's one way to change the subject. Okay, film. 2 words. Schindler's List.
Yes! That's right.
I can't believe you could actually mime a title like that.
Looks like it's bedtime. I'll just put her in the tent.
Well, now that Cheryl's asleep, I have something to show everyone. Thought we could use a nightcap, so I brought along some of my home brew.
Woo! That's the freebies of camping. Bacon, beans, and beer.
I think I'll pass. I don't really like beer.
So this 5th bottle is left over. Oh well, more for the rest of us.
I don't see why people like beer. It's so bitter.
It's an acquired taste. Kind of like workdays that begin at 4 in the morning.
Well, what do you think?
It's not bad. A little heavy on the buckwheat, but for what it's worth, it's not bad.
Well, I'm still getting used to making drinks.
I think I'll go to bed now. Where can I clean my plate?
I'll take care of that. Could someone help me clean the plates if everyone's going to bed?
Sure, I'll do it.
Don't be too long, Laney.
I love the view from here. Look at all the stars. It's so beautiful.
Actually, I'm glad we could have this time alone.
Oh, me too.
There's actually something I wanted to ask you, Laney. I didn't want to say it in front of the others.
Yes, Phillip?
What's the difference between a shepherd's pie and a cottage pie?
That's what you wanted to ask me?
Yeah, I've always wondered what the difference was. It's just embarrassing that I do a bit of shepherding and I live in a cottage, but I don't know the difference between pies that are named after them.
Well, the difference is...
Are you alright? Your eye's twitching.
What?
What?
What in tarnation are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Every morning when I get up, the first thing I do is water my crops. I've done it so often, I must have done it instinctively.
I heard a scream. Is everyone alright?
We're fine. Phillip's just sleep farming.
You really don't know how to switch off, do you, Phil?
No, maybe I'll just go for a walk to calm myself down.
That idiot.
Well, it could have been worse. Just be glad he doesn't milk his cows first. So, what are we gonna do today?
Wow, it's perfect weather for swimming. Let's go upriver.
Oh no, if we go, you'll just get mad and kick us to the boys' side. Every single anime I've ever seen has that happen.
That's because they're nude in the hot spring. We brought our swimsuits. If you applied that silly anime cliche in real life, nobody would ever go to the beach.
I don't know. I didn't actually pack my swimming trunks.
Why don't you swim in your boxer shorts? You can always dry them later.
Okay.
Whoa!
Got you, Ash.
Alright, Squirt, you asked for it!
Hey, if you're gonna have a splash fight, I'm staying up here until it's safe to get in.
Come on, Cam, get your wings wet! Help me out, Cam! She's such a small target!
2 against 1. Not fair.
splash fighting? I think I'll sunbathe until you're finished acting like a Neanderthal.
Why are you even wearing a swimsuit if you're not coming swimming?
I'll take a dip when I'm ready. It takes time to get your body used to the temperature of the water.
I'm gonna go downstream for some hand fishing. Gonna get ready for the next contest. Anyone want to come along?
Sure, I'll go.
Cheryl, if you can't act like a grown-up, then you shouldn't be coming along on a grown-up camping trip.
Me? What did I do?
You threw water at me!
Actually, Laney, that was me.
Oh, it was you, was it?
Aren't you gonna yell at Cam? Like you yelled at me?
No, I think I'll just do this.
Well, wait, were you doing...
It's all about reflexes. Fish can be mighty quick, so you have to be on the ball. Now, Phillip, bend your knees like this.
Bend the knees. Got it.
Then wait until you see the fish.
Okay.
Then grab. Now! Like that. See, Phil? Where'd you go? Whoops. Sorry I grabbed your foot.
Oh, it's quite all right. Come here, you.
Whoa! You dirty player, you! Okay, cut it out. You scared off all the fish.
Oh, so what? We've just found something better to do, haven't we?
Naughty, naughty.
Why are you both covered in mud?
Well, she fell down, and then I fell down, and we fell down.
Well, you'd better take a dip to clean yourselves off.
So where are Ash and Cam?
Upstream, where Cam's being taught a lesson.
Did you find him yet, Ash?
I'm afraid not. She probably hit them in her tent.
I can't believe I fell off and Laney pushed me in. If I stand up, I could get arrested for indecent exposure.
Don't you have a spare pair?
Yeah, but the tent's locked with a padlock, and Phillip has the key. Could you go find him?
Sure thing. Don't worry, I won't leave you stuck here like this.
Thanks, Ash. But could you make it quick? I don't like the way some of these fish are looking at me. The story that I'm about to tell you happened just last year. It was just after 4 in the morning. A man was late finishing work and caught a bus in the dead of night when all the streets were deserted. One by one, the passengers got off. The man fell asleep in the back seat. When he awoke, the bus was deserted, all except for the driver. The driver, thinking he was all alone, did something that filled the passenger with dread. He sang the DuckTales theme in a really loud voice!
Was it necessary to shout like that, Cam?
Of course. When telling scary stories, the object is to scare people.
Anyway, the cocoa is ready now. Help yourself to marshmallows.
Yummy!
Not too many, you'll get sick.
Boo! We're on vacation.
Yes, but...
Please!
Oh, alright, but just this once.
You're the best, Ash!
So, what time are we heading home tomorrow?
I suppose after lunch.
Okay, bedtime.
That means that the bar's open. So, does anybody know any good drinking games?
The only drinking games I know are when you're watching a movie. I don't really play them that often, living with my mom and my sister.
Well, let's just forget the game part. Let's just drink.
I brought a pack of cards. How about a game of poker?
That's a good idea.
I got a pair.
You certainly have.
What was that?
I have a 3 of a kind.
I have a straight.
I have 2 pairs.
I've got 4 kings. Looks like I win.
Say, why don't we make this interesting? Who's up for strip poker?
Just you.
Damn it.
Okay, let's see the cards.
A straight flush?
I've got a bent flush.
There's no such thing as a bent flush.
There is. It's a straight flush with 1 missing.
I've got a straight royal flush. Almost makes me wish we were playing for money.
Well, I better hit the sack.
Me too. I sure had a great night.
I'll join you as soon as I've watched this plate.
I guess I'll call it a night, too. You coming, Phillip?
Yeah, I'll be along once I finish my beer. All 10 bottles of it.
Morning. Sleep well? Phillip? You okay?
Ow! Oof. Ow! Don't touch my head. I am not very well.
I guess you finished off the last of your home brew, huh?
What makes you say that?
Well, the fact you were snuggling up with a traffic cone was my first clue. Then there were the empty bottles that were stinking the tent up.
Well, I guess I made my beer too good.
Where the hell did you find a traffic cone in the middle of the forest, anyway?
They say it's not a truly great night unless you come home with a traffic cone on your head.
I don't see how you could stand drinking on your own for so long. Unless the harvest god suddenly materialized and joined you for a few drinks.
Who do you think gave me the traffic cone?
The scary thing is, he doesn't sound like he's kidding.
Now, we have to make sure that the campfire is completely out. We can't leave anything to burn. Here's some water. Great, that's taken care of. Everybody all set to go?
Yeah, we got everything packed.
Yeah, I just need to pick up the last of these bottles.
I'll give you a hand.
Okay, we'll see you back in Bluebell.
So, did you have a good time?
Great! Apart from a slight headache. First thing I'm gonna do when I get home is grab an aspirin. Then again, I'll probably feel better once I'm back to tending my animals.
Say, that reminds me. You never did tell us why you're such a workaholic.
Well, have you ever wondered what life is really about?
Well, not really.
When I was a kid, I used to visit this farm back in Leaf Valley. The farmer there knew everyone, and everyone knew him. He once told me that life is a long search for happiness. See, back then I didn't really have a clear goal in life, so I figured that spreading happiness and helping people would be a good place to start. Sure, it's hard work and it takes a lot out of you, but you just can't put a price on how good you feel afterwards. That's why I'm trying to help Mayors Rucker and Ina become friends.
That's actually a pretty good philosophy. You must have a regular old Messiah complex. Anyway, come on. Let's catch up to the others.
Yeah, can't wait to get back to my farm. Back to my cows, my hens, and my homebrew kit.
Harvest Moon, The Tale of Two Towns, The Camping Trip, featured the voice talents of JohntyJig as Phillip, Alice Yanasagi as Ash, Cheryl, and Georgia, Cheryl Walker as Laney, and Trurotaketwo as Cam. It was written and edited by Trurotaketwo. It featured sound effects taken from freefx.co.uk and sounddogs.com. The song I'm Gonna Love You from The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 is copyrighted to the Walt Disney Company. The closing theme, Iris, The Box of Happiness, from the Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box soundtrack is copyrighted Level 5. Harvest Moon and all characters appearing in this production are copyrighted to Marvelous Entertainment.